No luggage, passport. Just a bag, a coat, and a travel blanket, Mr. Phileas Fogg had quickly instructed me. My master made a wager for a huge fortune, that he could travel around the world in no less than 80 days. Was he joking? An Englishman doesn't joke when it comes to a wager. France. This is where I grew up. I was nicknamed Passepartout for my ability to avoid trouble. In Paris, I worked as a singer, a circus performer, a gymnastics teacher, and even a firefighter. We rushed through the country. It's a shame we couldn't stay. No strolls through Montmartre or under the Arc de Triomphe. The Louvre, Versailles, the circus on the Champs-Élysées. How I miss it. The train arrived in Brindisi, Italy. The Adriatic Sea glistened on the horizon, and olive groves and vineyards surround us. In the port stood a 60-foot column, supposedly erected by Hercules himself. It served as an unusual landmark for sailors. On to Egypt. Our steamer, the Mongolia, docked at the airport of Suez, the main sea route from Europe to India. The pier was surrounded by fishing boats and bustling life. Sailors, merchants, and porters scurried back and forth. Suez is 2 hours ahead of London, so we made sure to set our watches. We reached India. We were heading to Calcutta when the train suddenly stopped. The railroad wasn't complete. The trains don't go all the way to Calcutta, though tickets are sold at full price. The locals weren't surprised. They quickly transferred to whatever they could find. Fortunately, we had a solution too, to buy an elephant. Along the way we saved a girl from a dreadful ritual. Singapore, an enchanting island state in Southeast Asia. All around were clove trees and palms, and the air was filled with scent of nutmeg. As Mr. Fogg strolled with the girl we rescued, I sampled exotic berries. They had the best fruit in the world. In a couple of hours, the ship would be refueled with coal and we'd set sail, leaving this paradise behind. I sat at a wicker table in Hong Kong. The drinks were strong, and the glasses many. The latest impressions floated through my mind like ships in Victoria Harbor: English, French, Dutch, Japanese, Chinese, and even small flower boats. Hurrying to make it back to the ship, I sailed off alone, forgetting to inform Mr. Fogg that the ship was departing earlier than scheduled. Temples under tall cedars, amidst bamboo and reed thickets, and elegant bridges in parks. I was alone in Yokohama, Japan. To feed myself, I sold my European clothes, and found a job as an acrobat in a troupe. My performance began, and immediately ended. I jumped out of the pyramid, climbed onto the balcony railing and saw Mr. Fogg. That evening, we sailed together to San Francisco. From ocean to ocean, the Americans say as they cross the country on the Pacific Railroad. We were en route to New York when suddenly, a herd of bison blocked the tracks. I was furious. The animals moved so slowly that we couldn't resume our journey until the evening. And who would have thought that the bison were only a minor obstacle? We were running late. So when the idea of traveling by wooden sled came up, we didn't hesitate. The snow was hard, and the wind was at our back. On the icy plain, with a strong wind, the sleds could reach speeds greater than those of racing yachts and express trains. We raced to Omaha, where trains often left for New York. From there, we would set sail for Liverpool. Lost the wager? It seems we returned 5 minutes past the deadline. In any case, Mr. Fogg has won something greater than any sum: the love of a beautiful girl. But when I went to arrange my master's wedding, the priest told us that we had mixed up the dates. In reality, we arrived in London a day earlier, and we still had time to get to the club. And that's how we traveled around the world in 80 days.